This is Melanie Cashion McCoury with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service, the Avery County Center, and I work for a program called FNAP, the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program. And this morning I'm going to show you how to make a simple snack that you can make at home out of items that you hopefully have in your pantry already. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I have already to tell you that I've already cleaned their cabinets off with sanitizing wipes, and now I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to make sure that I do the tops and the bottoms and the in-betweens and make sure I get all of those germs off of there, because we always want nice clean hands before we start cooking. So before we start, let me tell you what's going to be in our salsa. So we have 16 ounces of jarred salsa. You can use any brand, your favorite would be fine. You can use hot or mild, whatever kind you like at home. Then we're going to have 1 can of black beans that have been drained and rinsed. And I'm going to show you why in just a few minutes, why we want them to be drained and rinsed. Then we have 15.5 ounces of diced tomatoes from a can, and we have 14.4 ounces of canned corn kernels. Then we have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then in this jar all together I have 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, and I just put them all in together to make it easier for us. What I want to do is show you why we want to drain and rinse our black beans. So I put a bowl and a colander on the counter to show you when you pour out the black beans, you have all of this icky black juice. You don't want that in your salsa because it makes it black and not very pretty. So what we're going to do is drain all of that out of there, and then we're going to make sure we rinse the beans. So make sure we get any of that black juice out of there, because we don't want that black juice to give our black bean and corn salsa an ugly black tone. Then we're going to drain them, just put them in our bowl. Now I'm going to add my 16 ounces of salsa. My can of corn kernels that have already been drained. You can also rinse them if you want to make sure you're removing any extra salt that might come in the can. Then I'm going to add my can of diced tomatoes, my lemon juice, and my spices. After I get all of that in there, I'm going to stir it up good to get the flavors blended. Then it's recommended that you chill this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes before you serve it, but you don't absolutely have to. That just helps the flavors to blend a little. But I would recommend putting it in the refrigerator. It's going to keep it food safe longer. After you get it all stirred together, you can take a taste. That's my favorite part. So you can serve this with your favorite kind of tortilla chips or vegetables, anything you have at hand. Also, if you want more information about FNAP or you want to earn one of our cookbooks, you can give our office a call in Newland at 733-8270. Thanks, and have a great day.